Hello. Welcome
Hello, hello, hello.
welcome to the show.
Yeah,
So, we are talking today about the life we live, the ups and downs, the crazy unexpected turns, and Genesis had one of them this week. Let's talk about it.
yeah, let's talk about it. I am so frustrated right now because I've had such a horrible week in terms of technology. Of course, the powers that be, the evil powers out there that like to wreak havoc with people's lives, cloned my computer browser. And so I've been having issues getting into some of my accounts where they've kind of blocked me and had me force me to log in because they've been trying to get to my logins and passwords. So I took it to the shop to get fixed and they made it worse. So I got it back from them after 5 days and took it to another shop, Best Buy, where I actually bought the computer. I should have took it to them first thing. And they are fixing it in the meantime. But in the meantime, with that going on, I do believe that since my laptop was cloned, that my phone has also been cloned because I'm having issues getting into accounts with my phone. So I'm taking that afterwards now today to see if I can get that cleaned up and kind of get myself back on an even keel with my technology. So it's been one of those weeks, trying weeks, and rather than lose my stack, which most people would have done by now probably, I have chosen to kind of take a breath, and I can't control it. I don't have any way to make it go away. So I have to now adjust to the bump in the road and keep moving forward, whichever way I can. And so those are the things that kind of sometimes throw us off our game and make us upset and frustrated and stressed. Just adds to the stress of life, right? But if we allow it to take over, then it really can disrupt our lives unnecessarily. So I've chosen to just, okay, what's the next problem? Let me get over that one. Okay, what's the next problem? And try and deal with that. So, and then I get on today to do my Monday musings with my friend Lois. And of course, we have technical issues with the backup computer that I have. So I'm wearing my headset today. So I've got big ears today. Okay, big ears today. So yeah, so I will hopefully be back up and running with my regular technology next time we meet. But until then, I'm hoping you're all having a great day so far, and hopefully that you'll have a great week. Better than mine, hopefully.
We have a lot of issues in life. I mean, there's a lot of things that come up. There's a lot of problems, not just with technology, but with people, with our health, with just things.
Things, yeah.
And we like to do this thing where we're like, "How are you?" And we say, "Oh, I'm fine," and we just ignore talking about it. And it's good to acknowledge. It's good to not lose our stack, as you say.
I almost lost my stack a couple of times.
I like that terminology. But we're talking about how that's important because it allows us to actually deal with the problems at hand. Um, but it also allows us to communicate effectively with the people around us. But this thing of ignoring and just pushing things under the rug is not necessarily healthy. Um, and the hiding that we do with the people around us is not necessarily the best thing either.
No.
What do you think?
Well, I think I agree with you 100% there, because when we are, see, what I normally tend to do, my behavior pattern usually when things are not going right, I withdraw, and I internalize. And that's, like you say, when I'm supposed to be communicating, because when withdraw and internalize, then other people around you are like, okay, what's going on? I have no idea. Is it me? Is it them? Who, what? It's like there's a question mark about, okay, what side of the bed did she get upon today? So communication is definitely key. Communication is definitely more effective when you've kind of gathered yourself after you've had some disappointments or some, upsets. And then you go to the next game plan B, plan C, whatever it is that you're on at the moment, right? You got to go to the next stage, but you also have to communicate what's been going on. So I've tried to do that with the people around me this week. Couple of days I hadn't been in touch with my friend Ingrid, but I did text her and let her know what was going on. And finally, I left a voice message for her, so she's aware. But I've been trying to communicate to the people that I deal with on a daily basis what has been happening in my life. And it's been very disruptive in terms of what I do outside of work. But people are understanding. You realize that people actually understand that things happen and that things can disrupt your life, and they're open and very often very willing to have you go through it and be patient until you've resolved things. And so that's also very settling to know that. So I have been able to kind of take a step back, inhale, do a workout this morning, have my smoothie afterwards, and then figure out what's the plan of action for the day. And so that's what I'm about after this meeting, is going to go about my plan for the day and execute and keep my stack in place. So that's the plan. That's the plan.
Is there anything we should be warning people about in terms of technology?
Well, yes. Please try and protect your logins and your passwords, and be careful about what you're downloading from the internet. Sometimes how they get you is it looks like a legitimate site, or it looks like a legitimate place that you may have ordinarily gone to before. And it may not necessarily be so. Sometimes they kind of put the mask on of that particular site. And so you think you're in the right place, but you're not. And it's usually their way of being able to hoodwink you into getting into your computer and taking over things that they shouldn't be taking over, like your personal information, your banking information, your passwords, all of that stuff. So please be mindful of the sites that you go to, the things that you download, and make sure that you're protecting your information as much as you can. What I've realized is that we have an incognito window that you can actually go in when you're going to do any kind of searching on the web. If you go into the incognito window, it protects you a lot more than if you're just in a regular browser. So when you are going to go to sensitive sites, or if you are going to be doing any kind of personal, information seeking on the internet, go into an incognito window, and so, or have a good hack detector on your computer. Get the best that you can get, because once they've got your information, it's really something else to try and rectify that. So good hacker detector or malware detector. Go into incognito windows when you're doing any searches online for any sensitive information that has to do with your personal information. And do not be giving your personal information over the phone when they call you to say, oh, we can help you fix it. No, you've got to be really careful about who you're speaking with. Okay. So that's my little bit of advice from what I've learned this week, which I kind of knew, but when things don't really happen, you don't necessarily have to draw on that experience, right? So, or that knowledge, but definitely it seems as if they're getting very, very sophisticated lately with getting into your personal information on your computers and on your phones. They're cloning Facebook, they're cloning all kinds of things. So it's just kind of crazy. So be careful.
Yes, the bank doesn't call you, you call the bank.
Yep.
Yeah. I've been getting those calls.
Oh, were they calling you? The bank is calling you?
Yes, to tell me that I need to call them, you know, to
Mm-mm.
give them that my account's been that my account's been, uh,
Compromised.
compromised, and it is clearly a scam. So those, those are things that are happening
Yeah.
that are not legitimate. So you've got
Be
to be
careful.
mindful.
Be careful. Yeah.
We hope you have a great week this week. It's good to talk to you, and be safe out there. There's a lot going on, and um, we get to own our emotions and just respond how we want to respond. And I hope that this is one of those weeks where you um, respond in the way that benefits you the most.
Yeah.
So we will talk soon.
We'll talk very soon. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you next time. Have a good one.